Well done, Arva. I really like your speech because I'm also a very visual person. So the title of the Chattering Monkey comes alive where you tell the story through a props to relate that inspirational tone. So I'm going to highlight the strengths of the speech in terms of the story development and also followed by some recommendation. So one of the Toastmaster champion ever said this: telling a story is not enough, but how you tell the story will be more impeccable in that it leaves the audience the message years later. So in the choice of the topic, I feel that your selection of the Chattering Monkey story is very unique. I've never heard it told in this manner before. So I feel that the audience might just love it or just hate it if they can't connect with it. So that could be a double-edged sword once again. So in terms of universal value, yes, some of us, I feel that it is quite a good universal theme because some of us might have faced a similar decision in our life that detects us from a failure, like you said, the storytelling 30 years ago that impedes you from joining contests again. So this aspect might resonate in some audience, but not all. So relating to one example that Darren K said in his international speech at the US, he tried out on several audience. He said that the inner bully works better than the external bully. So throughout his contesting journey, he tweaked the content such that in his World Champion speech, it embraces two, the inner bully within ourselves as well as the external bully when bullies threaten us emotionally or physically. So this is something that maybe you want to think about how to make it even more universal, that appeals to anybody worldwide as well. So secondly, another recommendation is to have a tweetable message in that it captures 140 characters. So what I meant is that the message that you want to evoke in a Chattering Monkey story has to be succinct, concise, and the take-home message is very clear. I tried to look at it through your script as well as the replay of the video, but I struggled to find the actual phrase or the message content that you were trying to tell the audience. So it's something that maybe you want to polish. For example, make it like, if you want to get rid of the chattering monkey, what should you do? So make it such that it's short and concise and memorable in that same manner. So, and lastly, the use of props, I find that it enhances your storytelling because you keep playing with that tool throughout your speech. So that's marvelous because in one of my few contests that I myself experienced, the prop was a very good visualizing aid. What you want to consider is, can this image of the monkey be a compelling image for the audience? What are the benefits for the audience? What is monkey means to them? So in the last conclusion of the story development, you want to consider the speech value to make it more impeccable in the minds of the audience, even though you step off, because saying that the contest is very there are about 7 or 8 contestants, you might want to throw away that prop and also tell them what does the monkey represent in their mind so that they can take home that message to make it inspirational story. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very different from the way you usually present your speeches. When you go up there, you look very poised. But it's a bit different when you have a chattering monkey on your shoulder. And when the monkey goes jumping, and you know that it's jumping. The monkey is jumping. We can't feel the impact of the monkey being annoying. And it's a bit challenging because you actually have 4 characters in your speech. First, you have the narrator, you yourself, telling us what happened. 2, you have the monkey on your shoulder. 3, you have your contest chair. And 4, you have Arva yourself having a conversation with the monkey. But the vocal variety across these 4 characters, there's very little difference that I can spot and identify who is speaking at that moment. And I lose a moment of concentration. I might not know who is speaking right now. So you might want to tweak it a bit, especially when you say that the monkey is a he. You can put some emphasis on him being a he and how he speaks differently from how Arva will usually speak. And some little pointers that I think will be interesting because I realized the number 3 appeared a lot in your speech. So instead of stopping 1 year, 2 year, but People may follow up saying 3, 30 years. At the back of the game, when you give 30 years of lustrous life, so you could put your finger there. People may be thinking 3 years, 30 years. You create that suspense. What number is she going to come out with next? You have a very smooth delivery. And moving back and forth because there's a lot of characters involved. They say the monkey rose up from his slumber. How do you usually rose up from a slumber? He rose up from his slumber and he gave his first warning. Arva, do not go up and participate in any contest. We know that there's a difference. Someone just woke up and someone is very stern, warning us about something that we ought not to do. And you say the contract is signed and sealed. People can have I'm a very visual person, so there's a visual image of signing and sealing something that is dead. And you can see that the contract is gone. I decide to break out of that contract. No more. So you have a liberating feel when you do that body language for us. So you can add in a bit of excitement. For example, will the next 30 years be exactly like the last 30 years? No! But it sounded like, will the next 30 years be the same as the last 30 years? No. There's a difference in how you want to progress from that level of exclamation, because in my speech I say no with exclamation mark. And the same thing about, do you want the monkey to control your life? So you can use yes or no, but you can wait for the audience to give a response before you give them the response that you wanted. So, alright, back to you, Raymond.
Thank you.
Good evening again. For language, I think Arva has done an absolutely amazing job. I love the richness of your language and how visual it can get. You've also used lots of idioms which capture meaning succinctly and clearly. So little bits of stuff that you can work on, small recommendations, will be the change of one word here. You said this monkey is my permanent partner and chatters continuously. The word continuously actually means non-stop. And then later on you say that the monkey was in slumber. So the question then is continuously in slumber, so what is it? You can change the word to incessantly, for instance, so that it wouldn't be a little bit off in terms of the meaning. And there are two main things, though, that I'd really want you to consider. One will be your use of tense in the beginning. You use the present tense throughout your introduction. You talked about, are you ready for the results? Says the contest chair, and everything else was in the present tense here in this little part. Then when we talk about tenses, it has to be, you give an indication to the audience when in a timeline that the incident happens. If you use the present tense here, what I get is, are you trying to create an imagined scene for us? Or are you trying to describe for me something that's happening right now? I understand that the effect you want to create is about creating this scene so we feel that we're there. But it might cause a little bit of confusion. So you might want to think of that. The second thing that I'd like you to consider will be your use of the third person when you're relating your own story. You mentioned Arva, 8-year-old Arva, etc. And you kept on using the third person all the way near to the end. What is the purpose of using the third person? Is it just to show the change that you have undergone? Or is it to better create a persona, a character? You might want to think about, what is your purpose of doing that?
Purpose was, I didn't want to use I all the time, because the I versus you.
Great point. So what you can do is, you can start it by talking about Arva when she was a child, when she was born, all the way, but you have a turning point. And at that turning point, when you have overcome something, change it to I. At that point, it will be more powerful and you're owning your strengths. So change that to I if it helps you. You can try that out. Other than that, that would be it. These are the two main things.
Thank you.